that's upside down. No, that's upside down. I don't know. I'm gonna have full length and whatever I'm doing with mine. Maybe I'll switch them.
See ya.
Hello.
Hello.
So, I would like to make sure that we agree on what we're getting here. So, I'm gonna make you a payment for that. And when I make that payment, I get to see what you've done so far.
No, actually, what the statute says is that we are permitted to charge a special service charge.
A special service charge, is that what it says?
I believe
Okay,
so.
and what does that special service charge cover?
That covers the time that we would be reviewing those records, redacting any records, all the work that we have to do to be able to provide those that are responsive to your request. I'm sorry, to Ms. Riddle's request.
Okay, so then, once you've done that, before I pay the second half, I get to see everything you've done, is that correct? And decide what I want.
So at this point, We are estimating what it is gonna cost to gather all of those records. If there is an adjustment, if it doesn't take as long as we have communicated that we expect it to take, we will certainly communicate that to
That's
you,
not the
and we
question.
will
Do you
adjust.
understand the question? The question is simple. Once you've done all this, right, and I've paid half, before I pay the rest, do I get to see what it is you've done?
So I will tell you that I don't have the specific request in front of me. If the request was to be able to review all of those records, I don't recall if it was to actually receive copies.
I didn't ask for copies of anything. We both know that. I said digital is fine, or I'll come inspect in person.
Okay, so
We do know that part,
Mr.
to be
Riddle,
fair.
the records request came from Aaron Riddle.
Okay,
So,
I'll pay for the one from me.
and I don't have that information in front of me. I believe that one was significantly more.
No, I
because
reduced
that
it quite a bit.
request-
You just refused to give me anything
Okay.
except for the pages that were redacted.
So, Mr. Riddle, I was informed that you were coming here today. Your wife communicated that you were
Correct.
coming.
Well, yes,
regarding
I was supposed to be
her
here
records
yesterday, correct.
request. Yes.
Sure. So now what you're saying is, no, you won't get to see what we've done until you pay the
I
balance.
did not say that.
So what are you saying? Will we or won't we?
I said, so here's what I'm telling you. I need to be able to do that search. I need to be able to
What
determine-
technology are you using to
Okay.
make these searches? I'm just asking. I'm paying. You want money from me. You're telling me it's going to take 35 hours. I'm trying to determine what method of technology you're taking.
So,
that-
Mr. Riddle, I believe it was for all emails, all notes, I don't remember the specific
What have you gathered
request.
so far?
So,
Emails, notes,
so-
anything, or nothing?
Mr. Riddle,
I'm just
in
asking.
order for me to determine what is responsive to the request, I need to be able to review all of the
So
documents.
how did you? So
Mr.
what have
Riddle?
you pulled that
So
you
I'm gonna
don't
just
know?
ask you, if you are here to go ahead and make that deposit,
Hold on.
I will be happy to
Before I pay my
continue
money,
to-
I want to make sure we're on the same page, because what you've told me is I spent 6 hours doing something but have no idea what's there. I need to spend another 35 to figure out what's there.
Mr. Riddle, that request, I believe, was received 2 months ago. I'm sorry that I don't.
I'm talking about my
have-
wife's. That's what you said.
What was the date? I'm saying that that's the one I believe was 2 months
You've
ago.
managed to drag it out for 2 months. I didn't realize it'd been that long. But sure. So after 2 months and all these correspondence, the only way I can see any of it is if not only I pay you half down, but I pay the balance once you've had 35 hours to pine over a few emails. I mean, what I'm supposed to
Mr.
understand
Riddle?
is there's so much information and content related to this that it's going to take 35 hours for a normal person with the internet and a computer and an intranet and an internal system and, several other requests that have piggybacked. That means most of the information that you say you would already have, but 35 hours is how long it will take.
So, Mr. Riddle, I have not looked.
Then how did you make the
that
assessment of 35 hours?
Information since the original communication, where it was communicated that it was estimated at 35 hours of work beyond, plus
But you're gonna
all the
say
other
that because
responsibilities. So I can't tell you that,
And I can't see what you've done so far.
That is correct.
And tell me again why that is?
because that is what.
That's
I
what
think- Do you want
the
to
Attorney
answer
General
for
said,
me?
or what? Sure.
No, we are within statute.
Tell me
and
that
we are-
statute and tell me how it reads.
Mr. Riddle, I don't have that information in front of me.
How do you not know?
And
We've been dealing with this, as you just said, for months.
would you like to go ahead and would today be the day that you would like to pay that deposit, and I will count this as the date that I will start that search? And as
So
I
you haven't even
communicated-
started the search?
Mr. Riddle,
Because what you did send before was just the policies and procedures,
there
and
were
you're going to assume that.
originally 5, I believe, requests in that communication, and we provided response to all 5. The one I believe that we're talking about was for all communications, all memos.
So what you're
and-
saying is, Justin, just go ahead and refine your request, and
No,
we'll
I'm
take
not
care of
telling
it
you
for
that. I will be
within
happy
the
to-
8 hours for free.
I will be
No.
happy to go back and to look at those documents to determine the responsiveness.
Where's my list of what you redacted off those other sheets? That is part of the statute. You
Okay.
want to quote statute when it's convenient to you, even though it's wrong. I'm quoting real statute, which is you must show
I will be
every
happy
redaction.
to look. I will be happy to look at that request. I do
No.
not believe I provided Ms. Riddle any redaction.
Me.
Okay, so that's a different request.
It is. And I'm asking, when will I see what was redacted? You are required to provide a list of each document, why it was redacted,
So
who
the
was involved.
documents do, I believe, that we shared with you, did have the stamp that indicated what they are required to provide.
They didn't. They were
Again,
fully
Mr.
black
Riddle,
pages with my
you
initials
are
at the bottom.
asking me for information
So you don't know that?
I do
So
not
do you
have
disagree
here.
that you are required to provide why you redacted and what you redacted? It doesn't have to be specific, but it says communication with so-and-so.
Mr. Riddle,
Here's
I
why
do
it
not
was
have
redacted.
any requests right now pending for
I'm
you.
asking you about
I
the
do not
ones
have
that you
any
redacted.
request pending
What is
for
this
you.
thing about you don't have any pending requests? Why do people speak like, I'm not allowed to come in person and make a request? I am. It's legal. It actually requires it by law. Again, you know statutes that don't apply, but you don't know the ones that
Mr. Riddle, I
apply.
know that they told you that I do have a meeting. I
Nobody
am
told me
happy
anything,
to
but that's okay.
respond when my secretary provided the information
Will you
that I would be
provide
back.
the information on the original request that was fully redacted?
So
Yes or no?
I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I am here to
don't know.
respond to the request.
No, you're not. You're here because I showed up. I didn't, look, I showed up. Did my wife show up? So why are you saying because she said it that you can't talk to me?
Mrs.
That
Riddle,
makes,
I'm not saying I can't talk.
yes, you are. You're saying,
She
I'm here to talk
communicated
about
that
Ms.
you were
Riddle.
here. Okay.
Correct.
so-
And I'm here to communicate that I'd like to know, and I'll get the unread or the description of what was redacted from the several months old, as you admit, so you're way behind on this, but when will I get the information?
Mr. Riddle-
Because I've asked before.
So if you have a request, I would certainly appreciate if you would send that to me.
I've sent
I-
it in writing.
We have responded to that request.
It's fully redacted. When will I get the
Again,
information on those
The
redactions?
information that was communicated to you.
Nothing about you not being required to do redactions. They also said that my mom was silenced for her address.
Okay,
They
so
also
that's
kicked
another
her out of
thing.
the AG
So,
office last week.
Mr.
You must
Riddle-
feel really good about this.
Mr. Riddle.
Look at this. She smiles. This is our educators today. This lady is arguing so hard to hide
So,
the
Mr.
truth.
Riddle,
Don't
if
touch
you
me.
don't have, no, I understand.
Not because
If
I
you
am
don't
bothered
have-
or a touch freak,
I-
just because we're not close like that. You're a liar
Thank
and
you.
you're hiding things.
I am done talking to you
I bet
now.
you are. I'll
And
send
if
my
you would
request,
like-
and if you don't want to do
Once
it.
we receive that deposit.
Oh, so
we
now
will
you
continue.
need a deposit.
Thank you.
Right. Sure. I tried to keep my voice down. My apologies. You can see though when she's sitting here lying. I mean, what am I supposed to do? People want me to look crazy, but then they lie. So yeah, that's how it works. Crazy. Thank you. See ya. Have a good weekend.